Hi, everybody, and welcome to iVueit Explain 7.0. If you've never attended one of these events, let me catch you up to speed with what it is. So, we created iVueit Explain as a series to educate our followers, our clients, professionals in the industries we serve, and really just anybody who is managing a nationwide and multi site portfolio. We really want you to get the most out of our leading visual verification platform. We find that these 5 to 15 quick videos will really do that trick. So, I'm not going to take up a lot of your time, but I do promise to leave you with a big impact and a resource that's going to help you elevate the way you collect property data, drive compliance, and truly maintain transparency across your portfolios. In these I Viewed Explained series, we'll touch on topics like leading industry technology, programs that we offer, such as interior janitorial, disaster response, landscape, SFR valuations, and so much more. You also learn about all the different types of views that we complete, how it works, about our viewer network, and who's completing these views. We'll talk about most used features from our clients, best practices, and really how you can just get the most out of this platform and how you can ultimately gather that real time data, drive quality control and compliance across the stores that you manage. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Emily Dugan. I am the marketing manager with iVueit, and I've been with them since 2019. I'm always doing the content creation and digital design. If you've ever seen me at a trade show, you've probably seen me with a GoPro in hand collecting all the content footage I can. And just a quick agenda for today. In today's session, I'm going to do a brief overview of iVueit. If you don't know who we are, or maybe you need just a quick refresher, I'm going to give you the 5 W's to answer any questions that you might have about who we are, how it works, so on and so forth. Then we're going to quickly get into the meat of this session, which is where I'm going to discuss everything you need to know about iVueit's dynamic surveys, how you can use them. And followed up by that, I'm so excited I get to share about our latest technology, which is our measurement feature. And I'll also show you a promo video so you can see how it's already being used and start to get your mind working some ideas of how you can use it too. I'll close up with final remarks, but be sure to stay to the end because we have an exclusive offer for all of our attendees. So let's jump into it. So I'm going to do just the 5 W's and of course how, just to give you a really quick explanation of who iVueit is and how it works. So what is iVueit, right? Well, iVueit is an on-demand visual verification platform that was created in 2015 by two lifelong friends who saw a gap in the FM industry. Because in the past, there was no simple, no affordable, and no unbiased way to get eyes on their clients' properties to verify work service completion, understand just current conditions, interior and exterior condition, or just assure that their SLAs were being met. And the list goes on and on and on. So they created iVueit, where they could get on demand photo and survey data quickly, affordably, with unbiased eyes. And iVueit is where we connect our clients to our nationwide network of independent contractors who we call the Viewer Network. And since 2015, we've grown this network to have over 300,000 viewers, aka app users, across the US and Canada. And we collect these on site photo and surveys for 1 to 500,000 properties in 24 hours or less on average. And this is including in some of even the most remote areas of the country. So who are we serving? Well, we serve those who manage dispersed and multi-site portfolios in the following markets of facilities management, residential, insurance, municipalities. So we're currently working with retailers, contractors, service aggregators, mortgage service companies, property inspection companies, municipalities, insurance agencies, and the list goes on. So when do we do it? Well, we do it day or night, rain or shine. Our viewers are notified at a moment's notice, and they're already standing, working, eating, living, shopping nearby the sites that you're at, and that's why they can quickly get this photo and survey data for you. We also will dispatch our viewers during emergency response, or say there's a snowstorm that comes at night. We can have our viewers go complete views on your sites in the middle of the night hours so you can guarantee that your sites can open with ease, that they've been plowed. So why do we do it? Well, this goes back to our founders when they were working in the FM industry and for a landscaping company, and they really wanted to solve that never-ending demand for photo and survey data, ultimately bridging that gap between our clients and the properties that they manage. And where do we do this at, right? Well, we are nationwide, as I've mentioned. We're also in Canada, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and recently I had to add this little visual in here, but we have a view in Guam. So we're officially in Guam too. So really anywhere on the map that you need eyes on site, we can do that for you. How though, right? Well, as you're watching this video, you can see that this is a real life case study where there was 1,500 sites, and over the course of 24 hours, we made this visual to show just how quick these views are being picked up and completed. So the yellow is going to mark in progress, which means a viewer has claimed a job through the app, and the green is meaning it's completed. So you can see we're already 2 hours in, and there's over 600, 700, 800 views that are being completed. So that just really goes to show the speed and the scale of what iVueit can do. So when our clients request a view, we'll upload it and we'll put it out onto the map. A nearby viewer claims it. They collect the photo and survey data based on the scope of work in the survey that our team has created with your team. And then lastly, we have a QC team on the back end who's reviewing all of that data to verify that what you requested is what you're getting. Our clients will never get any data that is not correct. We'll always just send a viewer back out if they missed a picture or they didn't capture one side of the building. So once we review that, we send it off to our clients, and then you have that data forever, geomap, timestamp data in your hands. So some of the problems that we solve for our clients are just not having enough boots on the ground. We are living in a time where there are unfortunately, so many layoffs and not enough people to get the job done. So we are an instant enhancement and an expansion of your boots on the ground. And also, it helps you to not overwork your team. You don't have to make your team travel thousands of miles or go on that flight just to understand site conditions when you could just ask iVueit to do it, and we can have the job done today. And honestly, sometimes in minutes. And also, we are solve the problem for bias or outdated data and reporting and that ineffective communication that might get lost in translation between vendor and client. We really are just that unbiased data. We are your eyes on site when you need to be, and it's real time, like I said. So you're really seeing it in the perspective that you need to. Also, another problem that our clients face is just data not being processed fast enough, just delays in the data processing, the delivering of the results. So we completely expedite that, and our speed to execution is just unmatched in this industry. And lastly, we save our clients a lot of money. In the past, whether you're traveling or you're paying somebody else to go get this photo and survey data, we do it for as low as $25 a site. So it's always that fun puncher when you were talking about the problems that we solve, and we can always end it with, it is very affordable and it is very attainable and it is very fast. So it's really a win-win-win no matter how you look at it. So let's get to the juicy stuff, right? Let's talk about iVueit's dynamic surveys and brand new measurement feature. So our surveys are fully customizable, free to change, hassle-free to change. You can change your surveys, forms, scripts, whatever you might call them. And your team will work directly with our team to create exactly what you need. Or you can use a survey script that was already pre-built. Say it's just a basic landscape script. You can choose from surveys we already have built or customize it to meet your exact needs. Ultimately, our surveys are built to drive efficiency for your entire team. And as I mentioned too, in a lot of cases, people have to pay to get these scripts changed, but that is not the case here. We will build to get exactly what you need before launching it out. Or say we launch a survey and it doesn't quite capture what you're needing once our viewers are capturing, that's fine. We'll bring it back free of charge, switch it up until you're getting exactly what you need. Gathering and storing accurate asset data is no simple feat. Everybody knows that. The process requires lots of time, organization, collective effort, and a true commitment from everyone in the organization. So by leveraging iVueit surveys, our clients can collect proactive and reactive data. that identifies issues faster and or before they become a bigger issue. Our surveys verify service completion and focus on driving 100% compliance through routine inspections that cover all service and assets that are most critical to the properties that you're managing. The first survey that I want to review are our conditional surveys. So, a conditional survey are our if this, then that type of questions, if you know what I mean. So, depending on if a viewer answers yes or no to a survey, the survey will add additional questions to further examine what's being assessed. So, the conditions set are 100% customizable and can answer absolutely any question about the assets that are on site. This could be parking stalls, as you see in the example on the screen. This could be parking lots, doors, windows, signage, lighting. The list goes on, right? And although many in the industry share similar problems, we understand and 100% acknowledge that each client and the assets they manage are going to be unique. And our technology is built to be flexible and interchangeable at a moment's notice for that reason. Number two, group instances. So in this case, the survey creates a set of questions around a specific object and have it repeat for each asset on site. In this example, iVueit was helping our client with replacing water fountains with the touch-free indoor bottle station in the midst of COVID-19. We all remember those days, right? So to prepare for installation, our client needed pre-construction photos to determine how many water fountain banks were at each location and what was their accompanying model, their serial number, location, and their surrounding environment as well. So by tapping into iVueit's on-demand viewer network, this project was accomplished in 30 days and for a reduced cost compared to traditional methods. So I'm going to get into that a little bit. So this portfolio of our clients also consisted of sites that were in extremely remote areas that would have required our client to fly and drive thousands of miles to go visit these sites just to understand the layout. And this included sites in Hawaii, Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Maine, New Mexico. You get the point. And our client also faced having a limited internal resources, aka team members, to meet such a high demand of time and travel and work and asset collection that this type of project would require. And they also had a short time window for completion based on the manager's store hours of when this could get done. So when they requested iVueit to complete this job for them, our view experts customized a survey that captured specific locations of each water fountain, the bank, the model, the serial number, the wall material, and even the distance to electrical outlets measurements. All viewers, when they arrived, met with an on-site manager upon their store arrival, and this was really just to get the layout and understanding of the site and to get a sign off from the manager. Once the data was submitted, iVueit's in-house quality control team reviewed all the photos and escalated any problem areas that our client wanted to look out for or that needed immediate attention. In the end, all 614 sites were surveyed, quality control reviewed, and organized into one cohesive data management portal in less than 30 days. And because the ease of organization of the survey and the project execution, this actually exceeded expectations by 5 months, being completed in those 30 days. And this also created opportunity for maximum efficiency for the installation of the touch-free bottle station. So at the end of the day, our client was able to prioritize the work orders, strategically plan material purchasing, and make informed decisions at literally every single milestone of the project. And so by leveraging our dynamic surveys, this was a 100% hands-free operation that otherwise would have required so much time and travel and internal team members to complete within such a short time window. So now they get to focus on the bottom line while iVueit took this entire project off their hands. And as a bonus metric to get you excited, because I love the cost savings, our clients saw around 65% cost savings versus traditional methods of asset inventory and data collection. While also, happy Earth Day should be every day, reducing their carbon footprint by leveraging nearby viewers already by these sites instead of having to send their team traveling by car or plane, as mentioned before. All right, I think it's time to move on now. So let's go to number 3, slider survey questions. So sliders can be used to rate the overall quality of property conditions or used to count an amount of something on site. So for an example, the amount of letter slats on a building or the amount of windows on the front of a house. And similar to our other surveys, these slider questions are 100% customizable to meet your needs for whatever that asset you might want to count or find the type of quality for that asset as well. Moving on to number 4. So single and multiple select surveys, they do exactly what they say, and it helps condense the survey to refine data within one question. So single select provides our viewers to choose from one of a few options to determine overall conditions and one option review. So as you can see in the photo, the single select, the question asks, please rate overall condition of the landscaping of the property, good, fair, or poor. And the multiple select gets a little bit more detailed and gives our viewers options to choose from. So for example, a viewer can multi-select immediate landscape issues from a list of bullet points that can be interchanged upon your request. Another way clients have used us is after a natural disaster, when they need to know what type of damage has been left behind. So we will have in the option box to select options of a downed tree or a tarp on structure or flooding, so on and so forth. Or maybe you need to identify the type of building material being used on the siding or on a roof. We can provide our viewers with a list of these options from wood and vinyl, aluminum, so on and so forth again. On the far right, you can see as an example that we're using a lot right now during landscape season. So any issue that's on site, our viewer can just check off. And again, you can take some of these away if you're only looking for certain items. But in this example, you see excessive weeds, need for fresh mulch, dead trees, low hanging limbs, etc. All right, lastly, our newest survey type, measurement surveys. So this feature has opened the door of opportunities for additional data points to be collected while a viewer's on site. So for an example, while a viewer is capturing photos of pavement conditions, if they happen to see a pothole, they can select that there's a pothole, and then another measurement question will come up where they're actually capturing the width and the length of this pothole. So now the facility manager can have all the information needed to create a work order without having to send an internal member on site to verify. A few other examples of how this technology may be used is the distance from an obstruction to a potential ATM site, the length of a menu board that needs replaced, the height of a window for a storefront signage. The list goes on. And so now I'm going to be playing a promo video where you really get to see more of the options of how iVueit is being used. So I hope that was beneficial and got your mind thinking a little bit of how you could potentially use our measurement feature in the future. And so now these next few slides are here to get your imagination rolling even more. We've learned that there are endless ways to use iVueit, and we've completed views for all sorts of projects, and I've learned that regardless what the project is, that unbiased and real-time transparency is key in executing with efficiency. And our geo-mapped and timestamped photos will help maintain that accuracy of your data collection. Here's just another example to show you. And I also wanted to mention that we are compatible with most APIs, and we make it simple to integrate our platform technologies right into yours. And as I mentioned a couple of slides back, we also have a QC team who's reviewing every single view and photo to look for those on-site issues, and we'll escalate the problem sites to you immediately. And those escalated photos are going to always be marked in red with a red geopoint, and that can be sorted on an Excel sheet so you don't ever have to go digging through a data dump. And now here are just a few examples of those PDF exports where you'll see different types of views like disaster response, residential, dark store interior, interior janitorial, signage and lighting, residential interior, exterior. So really anything that you need eyes on site, we can get the job done for you. Again, here's just some few more. I think that was post snow damage, snow, pavement, parking lot. So if you have an array of assets across a multi-site and nationwide portfolio, iVueit can be your eyes on site to collect that information that you need. So why iVueit? Well, our solution is a win-win-win no matter how you see it. You gain that transparency, our viewers earn extra cash for taking the photos, and together we work to maintain the properties we all know and visit, eat, shop, and work at, and keep them in tip-top shape, proper condition, and ultimately safe for all of the employees and your consumers who are visiting. And reaching 65 or 80% compliance is no longer the standard and no longer okay. I view it as helping the industry raise that standard to 100% compliance with our foolproof, accurate, fast, and did we say affordable method of performing property inspections. So what's next? Well, as promised, we are offering our attendees an exclusive offer to receive a free pilot on not just one site, not two sites, not 10 sites, but your first 20 locations. So let us know where you need eyes on site, and we'll get the job for you today, sometimes within just minutes. So please message us at sales@iVueit.com. If you type dynamic surveys to sales@iVueit.com, you'll be able to claim that free pilot on your first 20 sites. Or you could just DM me on LinkedIn. You can send me an email at emily.dugan@ivueit.com. And I'd be so excited to connect with you and learn how we can start this partnership and help you drive quality control and compliance. So thank you guys for attending our iVueit Explain, and we'll be back next time. Thanks.